Hi, what is your judgmental self telling you about yourself today? We will explore that dark side in us which we suppress, the triggers we hide from others. These are the abandoned pieces of our own power waiting to be integrated. We will unlock together, Mamta and I, the darkness that resides in all of us. So, Mamta, please let us all know what is this dark side and what is this shadow self as we define it as.
Yeah, so the shadow self is as uh, broken down by psychology. It's called the Joe Harry window. Now, Joe and Harry were two individuals, Joseph Luft and Harrington Ingham. So,
Okay.
this is what uh, they researched, and they said that there are four sides to a person's personality. The one side is the part where you know yourself and everybody else
Hmm.
knows you
Knows you.
about you,
Yes.
right? The second part is where what others know about you, but you do not know
About
about
yourself.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
The third is what you know about yourself, but others do not know
Others
about,
don't know.
right?
Okay.
And the fourth aspect is what you don't know about yourself, and others also don't know you about.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay.
Yes. So you'll see that the shadow self um, springs up suddenly because this part or this aspect of your personality also has a mind of its own. And
Hmm.
when you're least expecting it, it springs up and you react in that manner. And, for example, if you say, I don't know why I said that. It like later
Hmm.
on you realize that you said something inappropriate or something which was very embarrassing. So
Hmm.
you say, I don't know why I said that. So that is
Yeah.
you thinking, and you ought to know that that is your shadow self that has suddenly spoken. You weren't even conscious of what was going to come. So it was a trigger for the shadow self.
Okay, so what are triggers basically? I mean, I understand. So what I look at it as, that my theory is either you're wearing a mask where you're being really good and polite and, trying to be like together with everyone and facing a lot of things, but, suppressing your emotions because you want to get along with everyone.
Mhm.
The other side is the shadow self where you are suppressing your emotions. So I believe, those emotions might also be, becoming your triggers because you cannot openly display it.
No, the shadow self is that part of your personality which you have completely disowned. Now,
Okay.
I'll give you an example for that. Like, say during childhood, you
Hmm.
are criticized about a certain thing, right?
Okay.
Like, especially in our culture, they talk about a man does not cry, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
You're a you're crying, you're a boy, you're not supposed to cry. Boys don't
Hmm.
cry, right? Now, what
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
happened to that little boy? He has suppressed that emotion, even if he's hurting from inside. He wants to
Yeah.
please his elder, or whether it's his teacher, whether it's his uh,
Hmm.
parent, or any other relative. So, just to be that person who is liked, right? And
Hmm.
whatever has been projected upon him, on him about being good and likable, he tries to become that person, and he suppresses that part of him which would
Tag
ever
to.
Yeah,
Yeah, the sad part is that it's this example which you gave,
yeah,
this is running in society throughout. So what
absolutely.
happens that if somebody is not even at home or with familiar people,
Mm,
but if you are trying to cry somewhere else also, you are
mhm.
judged again. So this is a very network of norms that have been created by society.
Yeah. So, what happens is these shadows are formed, you know, during your childhood, especially, and
Okay.
they're like you can say they're brushed under the carpet, so
Hmm.
you don't even know about it, and later on, it can appear anywhere. It
Yeah.
to the point of
Yeah.
like embarrassing, right? Is that part of your personality? It includes emotions like anger, jealousy, fear, insecurity. Okay, that is your actual shadow. And it's always lurking somewhere in the darkness,
Hmm.
ready to
Hmm.
spring up when you're least
Yeah.
expecting it.
So, okay, so I understand, we all have this. How are we supposed to integrate that into our personality?
Okay,
Easily. Yeah.
okay. So, how do you find out what your shadows are, right? That is
Correct.
something
Yeah.
that
Firstly, you have to find out. Yeah.
here, the easiest way to find out, which people won't want to accept, it's very difficult, is what you criticize about others
Hmm.
lurks within you or lives within you. That is your shadow self.
Yeah. And what you recognize that only.
Yeah, because it's
Correct.
it's within you. That's why you can
Hmm.
recognize it. If you
True.
weren't the same, you
Hmm.
wouldn't even be judging that person or criticizing that person.
This is a very big fact that everyone has to digest. Because we are so judgmental and we just sit and, people who sit and gossip. So it's, somewhere down the line, you're the same, and you feel, and your dark side says that this is bad. So you are gossiping about that, about another person. Oh, it's a very big revelation. And I think, even to accept this is very difficult for people to do.
Yeah, mostly people are in denial. Uh,
Yeah.
but, you know, there is that personality where, again, it is your shadow self. And
Yeah.
even being aware, there are times when I say, I'm not being judgmental, but,
Yeah.
and that's my
No,
shadow
but
again.
something, the moment you say that, at least you're taking that one baby step towards the fact that you are recognizing and acknowledging,
Yeah,
that, yeah, I mean, I'm doing something wrong and you know that it's rooted in you, but you're still saying it.
yeah,
So I guess, these are, it is actually very difficult to do. Yeah.
yeah. So, many times we are in denial of accepting that how can we be that? You know,
Yeah.
if someone is rude and you're judging that person and saying that person is always very rude,
Hmm.
then you can just sit yourself down and think, but that is something in me also if I'm judging that person.
Correct. Correct. And there are many people you see, they don't ever criticize or judge anybody. That means it, speaks volumes about their character and the way they are as a whole. Because, if you're not really indulging yourself into this, then maybe you have a lesser dark side to you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the reason it is very important to do shadow work because it can be causing many blockages, right?
Yeah.
uh, you will when you know what your shadow self is, what is your shadow, you can just ask yourself, what am I, why am I getting triggered, what are my
Mhm.
triggers, right? And catch
And
yourself at that time.
how do they come into being? I mean, these shadows.
Yeah,
Like, I'm just thinking that if I have a good childhood and I have a nice plain journey of my current life, um, so is it possible that I would still have a shadow side?
definitely. Because this has nothing to do with a good childhood. It's just
Oh,
one unintentional, nobody's trying to hurt you or harm you, right, at that time. But
yeah,
sometimes when friends judge you about something, they're making fun of you.
yeah.
You still have that good childhood, but
Mm,
suppose yes, they're saying, "Oh, she's so dark. Look at her," or you know how in India we have this thing, a comparison about fair child, dark child, and all that. Yeah.
correct.
So they
Yeah,
elders sometimes jokingly call you names because you are
yeah.
not fair according to their
Yeah. No, no,
standards.
it's not, I think it's across the world, not only India.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah,
But I was telling you this because I've
yeah,
heard people like making fun, not even
yeah.
making fun. They've named their children like that, like
Oh.
Kallo.
They've made it their,
Yeah, yeah.
that's,
Personality only.
yeah. They
This is
made it
just
their
one.
identity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is just one
Okay.
example. Now, someone might take it to heart, while someone else will say, "Ah, this is my name. It's okay." So, if the
Yeah.
person who takes it to heart gets
And
triggered,
invariably, anybody will take it to heart. I mean, you can't. Even if you are the person who says, so what, other people will make you realize it and make sure that you feel it. So,
again, it's how you take it. Because I'm short, okay, and
mm,
there used to be a lot of comments about me being short. Right.
oh,
At first, I used to feel
it
a
must
little
hurt.
bad,
Yeah.
little bit, right?
Yeah.
Then I started telling myself that the best things come in small packages.
Yeah.
I'm telling myself,
Yeah.
don't feel bad.
That's yeah, but that's a lovely way to handle it actually.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then the way my friends would call me Choti was very endearing.
Mm.
It made me feel very protected. You know?
Mm. Okay.
It
Yeah.
didn't create any
Just
shadow.
giving it a different meaning altogether, basically.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So that's how, it just depends on a person. And we don't even know what will hurt when you're innocently saying something to the child, whether it's your with whether it's the parent saying something to the child or whether it's a teacher. They they all cast shadows.
Yeah. Of
In it.
course. Yes, they do. Yes. Positive and negative. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
the shadows are mostly negative only. Shadows are negative.
No, no, I mean to say impression. Yeah. Okay.
Impression,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
uh, these shadows can hamper your relationships, your work,
Mm. Yeah.
your growth, your personal growth.
Mm.
That's the reason why people should work on themselves and see what their shadows are and where it is hampering their
Yeah,
daily
and
life.
can you work on your shadows? First is, of course, that you identify what shadows you carry, and a lovely way is to, whatever you criticize is your shadow. And second, I want to know that, of course, this is something which we do on our own.
Yeah.
But can we come to you for help on this, as in, practitioners like, quantum healing hypnosis? Is there a role which can hasten the process?
Yes, there are two things. One is through quantum healing hypnosis, where those emotions, suppressed emotions, are brought forward. The other
Okay.
way, the other method that I use is psychotherapy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do in that?
Um, by talking to the client, um,
Huh.
the you can actually say that I'm like a sounding board
Okay. Okay.
for
Yeah.
them, and what they speak, I just repeat the same thing and help them understand what their shadows are and how
Okay.
to overcome that. So, shadows do come up a lot better in the hypnosis process, but
That's what I
this
was
is,
thinking.
yeah,
Yes. Yes. Because I believe, see, one is that those are blockages.
mm,
If somebody is really not ready to accept, the way you have suggested, they'll say, no, no, I'm not like that. I mean, it's like if I'm criticizing something, then that's not me.
yeah,
And, because it is very deep rooted.
absolutely.
And a talk therapy might not work here. So
Yeah,
I believe this is a very powerful tool. And again, if you do it virtually, it is a really
yes,
great. Yeah.
absolutely.
So
I
at
do virtual sessions,
hmm,
um, and it's convenient for the client as well as for me.
yeah.
But if
No, you've
anyone
had
wants
some great
input,
breakthroughs on the
ye-
virtual sessions. Yeah.
yes, that's right.
So, okay, so one is a shadow self is something which we, hide away at the basement of our soul.
Yeah,
Okay. We don't want to acknowledge it.
yeah,
Again, these are important pieces of our powerful soul.
yeah.
If if it is fragmented, then we are incomplete. So, my whole point is that if you really have to live a full life, then you need to first integrate this into your, bring it, and fine, even if you have these flaws, you have to recognize, work on them, and find ways to work on it. So that's so wonderful. And about uh, the other thing I wanted to talk about is that one is that yes, shadows come from past life, or whatever,
From
your
childhood,
own
childhood,
personality,
yeah,
your
yeah.
projections, and yeah. So one is that. What would you say about the pretenses that people do, like being polite and kind, and even that takes a toll, Mamta, somehow. I mean, you just have to keep smiling when you don't want to. So basically, what I'm saying is you just need to be a genuine person who doesn't really have to put up a mask, you know. So
That's
what would
because
you
when,
say to those?
yeah, that's when a person wants validation, wants to be liked,
Hmm.
because there's something within that person which is insecure. People may
Okay.
not like me, or I need someone to say, yes, I'm really good at this,
Hmm.
right? So they wear that mask, or you sometimes you can make out from conversations also
Hmm.
that people are looking for validation from outside. The thing they need to work on is to get your own validation, believe in yourself,
Hmm.
right,
First. Yeah.
wrong, whatever. There's nothing perfect there. Everyone makes mistakes, so you make
Yeah.
mistakes
Yeah.
and learn from them,
Yeah.
right?
People have a lot of hesitation, even when a discussion is going on. They'll think twice, should I open my mouth? Should I say this or not? And I'll come across as a person who doesn't know anything. So there's so much of pressure, I feel, that these really burn you out very fast, whichever environment you are in and functioning like this. So one is shadow, one is the mask,
Yes,
that is something which we really need to work upon. So even for this, I'm saying, like, suppose, of course, the shadows we've addressed, but I'm saying that can people come to you, do the talk therapy, the psychotherapy, and the hypnosis piece will also help in shedding this inhibitions in people?
Absolutely, because in the hypnosis, it is your higher self that gives all the answers, and everybody's higher self is that aspect of them that has all the answers. So, any issues, emotional or any other kind of issue that a person has, they can always get their answers from the quantum healing hypnosis.
So, shadow work means working on your shadows, no? So,
Yes.
what is the benefit of it? I'm just saying that, if I start working from today, what are the changes I'm going to see?
See, there'll be a calmer you, right?
Okay.
And you have to remember that when someone is saying something, if you're getting triggered, then it
Hmm.
causes conflicts also, no?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So if you're getting triggered, then if and you work on yourself, there come a time when you have integrated the shadow, accepted
Hmm.
what it is,
Hmm.
and then let it go. And
Okay.
this sometimes is a gradual process if you sit
That's it.
by yourself, because
Hmm.
every time it's not necessary that you are able to sit and work on your shadow self.
Correct. Correct.
Then it'll make a vast difference in your relationship. You cannot
Um,
change anybody else, you can only change yourself.
yeah.
So if you
And
work on your shadow
yeah.
and you're not getting triggered in that relationship, obviously
Yeah.
the energy changes, right?
Your responses actually, don't fuel the drama, and you are more calmer and maybe you can handle it better without even knowing that you're handling this much better now since you know your drawbacks, I would say.
Yes,
That's
another
it.
thing, another way to integrate your shadow self is you'll understand when you are able to tell yourself, don't take everything personally. It's not about me. That person is only projecting what they have.
Mm.
What
That's a very good tool, But so if you practice this, I think you can just get through the entire life smoothly, you know.
I've seen what a difference it's made in my own life.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? That's why I can tell you with so much conviction that it works wonders. And you're like observing yourself and saying, wow, I didn't even get triggered,
Yeah.
you know? Whereas at a
So,
certain time, you would have gotten triggered about a certain situation.
yeah, correct, correct. So I guess it's just to realize it, and sit yourself down and first think what is your shadow self. So any parting message, Mamta, you have for our listeners?
Yes, so today I invite everyone to reflect on what parts of yourself, you have been avoiding,
Okay.
right? Because sometimes those parts that we hide the most hold the keys to our greatest growth.
Wow. Yeah.
Maybe people can just reflect on what I've just said and make themselves most important and sit and work on their shadow, understand their shadow.
That's such a, lovely takeaway that you have given us. And I would really urge all the listeners, to really start self-love, I would say. When you say that I am going to work on myself, it's not a stress. It is you are doing yourself a favor and just becoming a genuine soul, where you integrate slowly. I'm not saying, that you know that, oh, I'm like this. You get shocked about yourself and then, don't feel bad about it. Start working on it, basically. It's a powerful thing to do. You should practice this in your life and keep coming back to these episodes we bring to you with small, human experience that we unpack here. But we are here trying to make life simpler for everyone. And whatever the two of us, we've been friends for very long. Whatever conversations we used to have, we thought we should put it out there so that, people can pick up whatever they think is good for them and practice it in their life. So thank you so much, Mamta, for this lovely session. Bye bye, and we'll see all of you again next week.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.